Hello everyone, what is up? How are you doing? I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Now, today I am doing my first in a series of videos on my top 5 champs of each class. Now, at the moment, I'm still quite inexperienced with the game. I mean, I'm at a stage where I know how it all works and that kind of thing, but I'm still learning a lot about the characters and how they work and all of that kind of thing more in depth. And at this current point in time, I still take a lot of advice from, bigger YouTubers and that kind of thing. So everything I say today is just my opinion, purely my opinion. You don't have to take it on board. You can if you want, but it's what I think, who I think the best champs are. And obviously, in time, my opinion is going to change as I learn more about the game and all that kind of thing. But yeah, so today I'm doing my top 5 science champions. Now, before I get into it, I just want to also point out that, it might be kind of obvious, but at the moment, I'm still living at home with my family, and it can get a bit noisy sometimes. I haven't had any issues yet, thank goodness, because I've managed to record my videos when no one's around. But if there are any, let's say, background noises, I'm terribly sorry. There's not much I can do about it. In the near future, we're potentially moving house, which will be really cool, because at the moment where we're living, I have a bedroom that's separate from the house. So the Wi-Fi doesn't actually work out there, so I have to record. I'm in the living room at the moment, so I have to record in here because, like I said, I can't do it in my bedroom. So hopefully when we potentially move house soon, I'll have my own bedroom inside the house where the Wi-Fi works, and then I can do my whole setup kind of thing in there. So that'll be pretty cool. So that's probably my first step, and I'm also quite close to getting some work soon, so I should be able to improve my setup as well. So let's get straight into it. At number 5 today, for the 5th science champion, in my opinion, we are starting with Hulk. Now, Hulk, he used to be a pretty average champion, but after the 12.0 update, he's just absolutely broken. He is such a good character, especially with all the stacks of fury that he gets now. And the fact that his attacks can stun, his special attacks can stun the opponent. So if you use that special one, stun your opponent, you could just keep on repetitively getting that stun on them, and it's going to do an insane amount of damage. Let's just have a look. Signature ability. Hulk is angered by receiving damage, strengthening his attacks by up to 252.3 based on lost health. You wouldn't like him when he's angry. Damn right. He's pretty good. 12% chance for Fury, increasing your attack by 100 for 6 seconds. As health is lost, the chance to trigger Fury effects increases by up to 50%. So pretty much as you're going throughout the fight, the more damage you're taking, the more likely you are to do more damage. Down the bottom here, we've got passive. When Hulk when dropping below 25% health, Hulk gets ready to smash his opponent into the ground, gaining a massive Fury for 8 seconds, which increases his attack by 275. Now, it's also got here with special attacks, 85% chance to stun the opponent for 2 seconds, and the duration of that stun increases by, well, it says 0 seconds here, but that doesn't sound right. The duration of the stun increases depending on how many stacks of Fury he has. So if you drop below 25% health, and you get a special attack off of them and it stuns them, they're in a lot of trouble. He's definitely someone I don't like coming up against, especially like in Alliance Wars and that kind of thing, because sometimes it's pretty hard to take him down. So that's number 5, and at number 4, now this is one that is very highly rated by a lot of other people, and I think he's an absolutely amazing character. In fact, I'm just going to quickly put that filter on. There we go. That's better. He's an absolutely amazing character, and a lot of people really like him. I really like him too, but personally for me, he doesn't make it up toward the top where a lot of other people would put him, and that champion is Captain America. And today we're going to be talking about Captain America World War II. Now, Captain America World War II is a great character. With Safeguard, he has a chance to perfect block. And I'm fairly sure from what I've heard, he's the only character in the game who can now steal perfect block. He's such a great character. His special 2 deals an insane amount of bleed. Like if you get that, the bleed just does an insane amount of damage. But my problem with him is if you're versing champions that are bleed immune, he's not that handy, personally. That's what I think, because, like, right, you use the special 1 or special 3 to try and stun them, and more often than not, I found the stun doesn't actually work. So you're in a bit of trouble if it doesn't stun them, and Sunna's bleed immune champions can be a real beast to try and deal with. So personally, that's why I've got him at 4. He's a great character. I love using him. And I'm not big on defense, so I think the fact that he gets the perfect block, for me, probably isn't a massive deal. Anyway, moving on. So at number 3 today, we have a character who's reasonably new-ish into the game, I think, compared to some of the other science characters. And that champion is Quake. Now, I really enjoy using Quake. I use the strategy with Quake where you jump back and hold her heavy attack, and then as soon as they dash in to do damage to you, she automatically evades back, and then if you block quickly, then you do that, you jump back, wait till they try and take a swing at you, block again, and so forth. So you keep on going like that. If you can build up her heavy attack. So, what have we got? So with Aftershock, where is it? Where's what I'm looking for? I don't know. I can't be bothered reading through that, to be honest. But basically, as you jump back and hold down her heavy attack, she gains stacks of Aftershock. And then at the end of the duration of that, it generally stuns them and gives them concussion. And while they're concussed, none of their abilities will activate. So, like, for example, I versed Quake using my Superior Iron Man, and she had me concussed, and he wouldn't activate his Arc Overload. So I was pretty screwed for that fight. So that if she applies a stun and concussion, which is really handy, if you stun someone and concuss them, then you jump back and hold down that heavy again, build up a heap more stacks, and it just keeps going over and over, and their health, you just watch it deplete so quickly, and she is such a beast champion for that. So that was number 3. Now, number 2 today, we have Spider-Man. Now, I have a 4-star Spider-Man who is currently not awakened, and Spider-Man really does need to be awakened to be useful, but I was doing the second quest in Chapter 2 of Master Mode the other day, in the event quests, and I got stuck up against the Spider-Man, and I had to actually take that path 3 times because I could not get Spider-Man down. He wiped out my whole team every single time because of his evade, and I think the only real champion who's actually any good taking him down is Karnak, because I'm fairly sure with one of Karnak's abilities, I think once you activate his special 1, it might be, I don't think anyone can evade the attacks that he has. So that's the only time I would actually use Karnak, because to be honest, I'm not a massive fan of him. But he'd be so handy against someone like Spider-Man, who is an absolute pain to take down, and especially, that's why he's such a good Alliance War defender. And I absolutely love using his special 2, because if you, during his normal attacks, get an armor break on them and use his special 2, it just deals an insane amount of damage. So that is why today I have Spider-Man at number 2. Now finally at number 1, this is a champ I've never seen anyone put at number 1. I personally think his ability is great, and it is so handy to have. He's not someone I use a great deal, but that's just because I don't have him at a high enough star rating to be doing that. But this champion that I have put at number 1 for the science class is Yellow Jacket. Now that might surprise a lot of people, but the reason I've got Yellow Jacket at number 1 for me is his Bio Sting. And I think the awesome thing about his Bio Sting is he doesn't even have to be awakened for it to be useful. So what Bio Sting does is you activate any of his specials and it puts a Bio Sting debuff on them. And if during that period of time they activate a special attack, depending on how many stacks of the Bio Sting they have, they lose a certain amount of damage. So the more stacks of Bio Sting, the more health they will lose, sorry. And the awesome thing about that, I find, I mean, I know in the game you're versing AIs, but the AI then has a choice. When you put a debuff of the Bio Stings on, they have a choice. Am I going to lose health by using a special attack, or am I going to wait till the end of the duration of that? Now, if you have Yellow Jacket awakened, that is going to stun them at the end of it if they do not activate a special attack. And what generally happens with me is as soon as it stuns them, I just get another special going, and then I put more stacks of Bio Sting on them. And it's so handy because you don't even have to do anything. You use your special, get the Bio Sting on them, and then they have a choice. Do you want to get stunned, or do you want to lose health? I mean, either way, it's a lose-lose for them and a win-win for you. So I think the fact that he has that Bio Sting is just amazing. And he's already a 5-star champion, which is so cool, and definitely a 5-star I'd love to get. I just think the Bio Sting is so helpful, and even when he's not awakened, so you won't stun them. Big deal. If the AI wants to use a special attack while you've got Bio Sting on them, then they're in a bit of trouble. So yeah, that is my number 1. That's pretty much the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think the next one I'm going to be doing will either be Cosmic or Tech, probably. There's a few types I can't actually do yet, like Mutant, because I am missing so many Mutant champs, so that might be a little while before I do that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all when I make the next one. See you later.